podcast ITPOL.
He's asking that if it's possible that you explain where you begin at the police.
Okay, guys. I joined South Wales Police in 1984. So I was a policeman in Wales for 30 years. And after 30 years, I retired. My last job was coordinating officer safety and taser and everything activity-wise with the police. So house entries, baton, handcuffs, all the hands-on side of policing. And I was a coordinator of an organisation of 4,000 police officers.
Could you explain us which is the reason that did that Axon, Taser changed his name?
So the company Taser has been about for 25 years, and our owner, Rick Smith, 25 years ago designed the first prototype of Taser in his garage in Phoenix, Arizona. So we've come a long way since then. There's been several electro-conducting weapons. There's several different names for Taser. And over the last 5 years, I guess, we've been looking at other software options, cameras, and other products. And Taser has become the iconic name for all electro-conducted weapons, to a point that it frustrates me on occasion, because people categorize everything that's electric shock type device as a Taser. So our senior management, I guess, didn't want to be tagged as a one-product company. So as a result, the company changed its name to Axon. We are still 100% committed to Taser and the development of Rick Smith, our owner's mission to make the police bullet obsolete through a weapon of some description. We are now on the X2 device. So Taser is still a strong branch of the company, but Axon is now the umbrella name as a result of products such as cameras, digital evidence management systems, citizen portals for sharing information and gathering evidential files of any description. So there's lots of other products now that we have, as opposed to being a one-product company.
How do you see the actual overview in the use of Taser?
So currently Taser is used in 107 countries in the world. We have approximately tasered 3.8 million people in the law enforcement field, and to add to that, we've tasered, combining that and all training measures, we've tasered in excess of 6 million people. So lots of people have been tasered. We have lots of research. It's the most researched piece of officer safety equipment, and we see our Taser products as our flagship products, and moving on in the future, we will make that police bullet obsolete at some stage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, could you explain us about some cases of related death in the use of Taser? You know that this is a subject that generates a lot of controversy. So could you explain, because people they think that Taser has caused many deaths. So could you give some more brightness about that?
Yeah. So when we talk of police-related or police contact deaths, before Taser ever came on the scene, there's always been people who die whilst they're in police custody. Mm-hmm. What I will say with regards to Taser, even when people are tasered and taken into custody, that very rarely is the only use of force that's been used. Alluding to what I said earlier, there's 107 countries, 3.8 million people have been tasered in the field of law enforcement. There have been injuries. There have been situations where people have died where Taser has been used. And when we talk of 3.8 million people being tasered, 60 odd, I think the number is, there are 60 odd cases where the report of the coroner has stated that Taser is a contributory factor, not a sole cause of death, but potentially one of the contributory factors to that person's death. There is only ever been one case where the pathologist's outcome stated that Taser was a cause of death, and there is very limited information to confirm how research and what further investigations were made with regards to that death. So for me, the stats are 3.8 million people being tasered, 60 odd cases where taser has been suggested as a contributory factor amongst other factors, and one case where taser was identified as being the cause of death. Pardon me. And I think it's really worthy of note that annually many countries publish records on numbers of deaths in custody they have, where people have had no contact at all with taser. If we look at, on occasion, people that the police deal with on a regular basis have massive drug problems, drink problems. Unfortunately, the police deal regularly with people with mental health issues. So, we do, as an occupation, deal with a lot of people who have a lot of issues and problems. And unfortunately, on occasion, when they come into contact with us, sometimes, these folk have their problems whilst they're in our custody. So, there will always be deaths during police contact, whether it's taser used or not.
Yeah, he's asking if you have detected the fall in the use of lethal weapons since the moment that they implemented the tasers.
Okay, as far as statistics go, that's a real difficult statistic to detect because many times tasers used with people with knives, with people threatening with weapons. But how could we record that data? Because without that taser, officers may have thought they could have used a gun. But I want people to understand that the maximum distance we can use a taser from at the moment is 7.6 meters. Now, if a police officer is within 7.6 meters of someone who has the potential to cause harm or kill someone, that's a real close distance to be. So at the moment, in most firearms exercises, the taser is not a replacement. However, we are heading in that direction. We are looking to improve the distance, the accuracy of our devices over a longer range. So it's a real difficult question to ask. Many, many lives have been saved as a result of people with knives, people attempting to commit suicide. So statistically, I'm not aware, but anecdotally, there's lots of evidence to suggest that people, if the officer wasn't in possession of a taser, potentially would have been shot.
He's saying that he knows that an European training team has been created. He would like to know, how do you think that this is going to affect in the training of the European police everywhere?
So one of the main objectives of my role was to identify instructors, senior instructors, that we could use to localize what we teach. Historically, we are an American company, and historically we used to bring American staff, American police officers over to many countries in Europe to run courses. And I think tongue-in-cheek I can say we do the same job, but it's different. And as a result, I think as time and as the company matured, we appreciated that there was a need for us to localize training, for us to make training professional and almost bespoke for each country. My role is to create a network of good people that can deliver relevant, up-to-date and training that will make officers get the 100% benefit and the maximum, and the communities they serve will achieve the maximum benefit of using taser. Less people will be injured, less police officers will be injured as a result of us changing our courses to the needs of our customers. And then by getting Spanish police officers, German, French, Italian police officers involved, eventually I'd like to see every country with a lead taser instructor that would give us that localization to fit the needs of that country.
He would like you to explain what's the reason about making the cycles of the taser devices for 5 seconds.
Okay, I've been asked that question many times, and I can answer it on two levels. I'll answer it that I've spoken to engineers who designed taser, and the comical story is that they trialled longer periods, shorter periods, and they felt the 5 seconds was long enough to dissuade someone from their actions, but not too long, so it had a serious medical impact. The reality of it, as a person who's been tasered and a person who's worked as a police officer and tasered people in work, is that after 3 seconds, I was thinking, when's this 5 seconds going to finish? And I can give you anecdotal evidence and first-hand evidence of subjects who have been tasered, and at the end of 5 seconds, they have 100% attitude and behaviour change. Sorry, officer, don't ever do that to me again. Do you want to handcuff me now? Please don't taser me again. And with no injury and a change of attitude, that's totally stopped that officer getting injured, the subject getting injured, and people around that area. So for me, the rationale was trial and error, but the reality is, 5 seconds delivers enough of an incapacitation for people to realise they don't want any more.
Yeah, he's asking if the X-Rep cartridge is still on production.
The X-Rep is no longer on production. It was one of our first forays into long-range incapacitation. It was reasonably widely distributed, but we were not particularly happy with the effectiveness of it. As a result, it's been withdrawn. Our engineers and our designers are constantly looking to create new devices, looking at innovative ways of incapacitating someone at distance. So the short answer is no, but we're still looking, and there will be products released in the future that will have a longer range than we currently have.
How do you see, or which is the overview for you in the use of the Axon body cameras, actually?
Okay, I'm a massive fan of body camera. It's one of our fastest growing sales products, and being used, pretty much the width and breadth of the globe. It's a competitive market. There's many other products out there, but body cameras per se, worn by police officers, have a massive impact on the behaviour of subjects. It professionalises the way police officers react whilst wearing a camera, which I feel is a good thing. And in some organisations, some countries, a stipulation is that if an officer is using a firearm, the UK has just had a situation or an agreement that every firearms officer will wear a body camera. Because of the UK College of Policing, which is the national organising body in the UK, they've seen firsthand the benefits of police shootings caught on camera, and where historically the investigation would have cost millions. With the quick download of the camera footage, connected with all the evidence, these cases are being resolved within days rather than years. So on a firearms instance, really, really positive. But on the day-to-day policing, when people see a camera, their behaviour stops. And for prosecuting of offenders, there's no better evidence than a video footage of someone's behaviour, especially the late night economy and that type of situation outside nightclubs, pubs. And there's no defence to when we show the videos at the courtroom.
He's asking, he's getting curious, and he wants to know which are our future projects for training at Axon. If you can tell us something.
Well, what I can tell you is that the organisation is constantly striving to improve its products, enhance technology, identify areas of policing that we can make more efficient, that we can get cops on the street more, and that we can make police officers as safe as possible. So we are a private company. We have owners and shareholders. So I'm not at liberty to say about what our future products are, other than we strive to get the best engineers, the best designers who are futuristic in their thoughts, and that we will always try to be a step ahead of our competitors through our innovation, and that goal that sort of target of the organisation of making the police bullet obsolete on the weapons side of business, but also there's many other exciting products on the software and then hardware. We're going into the drone market, so we will be selling drones around the world of varying features and having varying capability. And we see ourselves as a high-tech, futuristic company delivering products fit for the future and capable of making police a current and futuristic situation using technology that is cutting edge.
So, and for last, if you want to add something to the interview?
No, other than I was a police officer for 30 years and had a passion for keeping cops safe. And this is my dream job, and I see the opportunity to meet some great people and to create a network of trainers throughout Europe, Middle East and Africa that will deliver high quality training. And one of my goals is to make officers safer and more comfortable on the beat with good equipment that they are proud to use, and it keeps them as safe as possible.
Pues muchísimas gracias a los dos por esta entrevista.
Thanks so much.
Y Nick, a ti Joan, y un placer. Gracias.
A vosotros, gracias.
Thanks, guys. Stay safe.
Podcast y Tepol.